The only thing you really have control over in the whole world is your attitude and your actions. Your attitude and your actions. And if you're telling me you cannot control number two, then it's like you giving up 50% of the things you can control. So you just have to be stronger. And it comes with practice. Not we all fuck up sometimes. We all make mistakes. I mean, that's part of it, right? That's part of life. We all make mistakes. We all, do things we're not supposed to. But you want to mitigate that as much as possible. Because your ability to control your behavior and your ability to control your attitude is actually what maturity is. Just think about this. Someone who's immature, a child, right, cannot control, has very limited control over his behavior and limited control over his or her attitude, right, and emotions. They don't have no emotional regulation, right? As you mature, you're expected to be able to control your emotions, right? And be able to control your behavior. As you get older, you're held to a higher standard the more you age, right? At some point, it wasn't cool for you to shit in your pants anymore, right? You had to control that shit, right? As you got older, you had to start shitting in the toilet. You had to figure that out, right? You keep more is expected of you as you become more mature. If you can't do that, then you're literally not maturing. If you can't control your behaviors and your attitude, you're literally not maturing. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Like children they have no emotional regulation. They flip out over everything. They don't get the ball or the toy they want. They start crying. All right, he's a baby, whatever. But as you get older, that shit is not acceptable anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? And the older you get, the more you have to be able to like shrug shit off until you get so old that motherfuckers die and like you still might have to go to work the next day, right? You're expected, as you mature, you're expected to be able to control your emotions. You're expected to be able to control your behavior as you mature. And if you can't do that, that means you're not growing up, right? So really, I got to say, without sounding too harsh, it's like, yo, grow the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Grow up, be an adult, right? Guilty pleasures. Like, it's so weird to me that people still get fat. It's like, well, hold up, man, you can't control the amount of food you put in your mouth? That's like the lowest form of discipline. That's not fucking calculus or some shit like that. It's like, just control the amount of food you put in your mouth. You can't even do that. It's like, what? Sheer weakness. And maybe you need to be harder on yourself, right? Maybe you need to be harder on yourself, right? Some people make things easy on themselves. I know all the time be like, oh, I deserve this, or I did this, or I can take this time off, I can do this. And it's like, maybe you should do the opposite. Like be harder on yourself. Like when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I fucking hate myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I hold myself to a higher standard. That's why I accomplish so much. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope that's helpful.